Aloha, nirashaimase. Welcome to Sup-Sapporo, Dosanko Live. This is Chad and Jamie hanging in Sapporo, Japan. Thanks for joining us. If you're back and like what you heard, please support us and hit that subscribe button. Mahalo.
Okay, episode 17. Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, good, man. Looking forward. Just trying to make time. I've been doing this all week. I just did one earlier in India for India.
For India?
Been doing a couple. I did Andy Bumatai, which
nice.
with Jamie. Yeah, they had a huge. There's a corporate using my photo on the news. The number one Indian Times newspaper. There's a big advertisement they're using of me. So
Wow.
I don't know how they got it. We got in touch, just talking like an hour before we started this. So, and then I did a few. I've been doing a lot of over Zoom. So I've been writing my book too. So, and my writers are helping me put my book together from New York. So we do almost every week once. Our sessions like 2 hours and stuff. So.
All right. Jamie, you want to start us off?
Yeah.
So, let's see here. What matches were the toughest for you during your career?
Well, career was so long. I was like 16 years. No matches to me was categorized tough. Every day it was a match. I didn't look at every fight. It's just the problem of being 100% healthy. And when you're 100% healthy, everything's 100% focused. So there's nothing really between you and your opponent. When you have something with your body, then your mind also have to fight and calculate ways to try to stay healthy. As I don't know, but somewhere 15 days. You cannot focus on just one match. It's every 6 months a block. It's 15. To me, there's no such thing as your hardest match because it's 15 days. You cannot be sitting on a win or a loss on any match because it's a tournament. The last 15 days, and there's nothing like it. The closest thing you get to is maybe Olympics, but the Olympics it's what you call they fight to get to the first place. But in sumo, they fight to 15 days, and whoever comes up with the best records at the 15 days is who wins the tournament. So big difference. The way you have to control your physical and your mind and your body during the 15 days, even the 2 weeks before the tournament, that's the most crucial time of the whole thing. The matches itself is nothing. It's like having a chef cook up something brand new and then you eat it and eat it go to bed. So that's the test level that you have to deal with. But no such thing. I don't think there's really a tough match. It's like every day, man. It's consistently every day for 15 days.
Is there a training camp, like a time, like you try to peak your abilities, or it's just year-round training?
Well, sumo is like other sport. It's 6 major tournaments a year, so it is a year-round sport. And peaking is just trying to recoup. The recoup time is, I think, the most important because 2 weeks outside of the tournaments, that's when we kind of we are aggressively practice. We train very aggressive. 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks away from tournament. So I think heavy duty, we do, between those tournaments, we go on tours and stuff. We stay train, but we kind of try to get our injuries better and just try to get healthier as we train. But once we get 2 weeks out, we actually get really hardcore training, like very aggressive sparring and stuff. So maybe 2 to 3 days out of the tournament, that's we kind of cool down and stuff. But even during the tournament, we do about an hour, 2 hours warm up every morning, just to keep the body up. Like I said, it's not a season. Sumo life is the whole sumo life is a whole season. Your whole life is sumo. Your season ends when you retire because in 6 months you go on tours.
That's tough.
That's so interesting. People don't understand. It's not like all your football players that go and they have an off season, they have a training, date calendar. We don't. Our calendar is year round until you're retired. You can be all bust up, but if you don't handle the pain and if you don't fight some pain, you won't last in this sport. Even in a couple of years, I guarantee you, and it's been proven. You have to wrestle with broken body parts. Like I've been broken my fingers since I think 4 years into my career. I mean, I don't even run my life now because of all the pain I have to live with, and that's a sacrifice. That's a sacrifice that a lot of guys in sumo or a lot of athletes who those days, older days, OGs that don't have all the insurances they had in American sports they have today. They get billions and millions of dollars that protect and doctors and my days watching NFL, man, it's like hardcore, man. It's all head up. They change the laws they change the laws and regulations for sports itself so people can last.
Yeah.
You watch NBA, these guys, just because they know to make it to the playoff, they don't even play some of the games. They just sit on the bench. So it's different. I explained this to Andy Boomer a couple of days ago because we don't look at sumo as a sport. It's a culture that we carry, and it's traditions is what it's so important to Sumo Association that we carry out that the culture on the ring and in public, and it's very strict, man. I did the tour last year in the U.S. in Seattle, LA, and New York, and I just told people, you guys are babies compared to what we do. You ever get in trouble in sumo, he doesn't care. If you're sitting in a bar and something happens, a fight happens, and they saw you there or they mention your name, you get kicked out of sumo.
Wow.
That's how embarrassing it is because you carry their name. It's important that you stay away and recognize stuff or recognize people that you shouldn't be around, period. Yeah. In U.S., they freaking beating up their girlfriends, they're killing dogs, they're doing marijuana, they're doing drugs.
Yeah.
Talk back to the coaches. That would have never happened in Japan. And I don't know if you guys live there long enough to see they even kick out the best. How many Yokozuna did they kick out in the past 10 years? 2.
Wow.
My time, they kick out 2. They don't give a damn how good you are. It's not about how good you are. It's how much you respect the culture and how we carry out the culture in our lifestyles have to change to the sport or to the culture of sumo. Because we represent everything from the hairdo to the clothes we wear. We're walking culture. We're not like, you cannot hide me because we're not allowed to wear regular clothes when you're active sumo. You have dress codes. And it's so important that people understand. I think the practice and getting prepared for a tournament is actually the easiest things we do. It's our life that we want to go out. When you're young, you guys all know, when you're young, you like go drink, you like make girlfriend, you like hang out.
Yeah.
You got to watch every second of what you do when you're on the road. And even now, you don't hear too much stuff about sumos because kids are so afraid to even go out right now. Yeah. My time never happened, so we still we got away with murder, kind of, freaking getting crazy in Roppongi and stuff like that,
Yeah.
But
now zero tolerance.
Yeah. Zero tolerance at all, man. It's so sad. I feel sorry, and there's a few kids that I've tried to help. There's one actually we can talk more about as we go on, but yeah, that's the hardest thing about it,
Wow.
Because to be honest with you, I lost my career. I think 4 years into my career, I just knocked somebody out in Roppongi on my 4th year. Somebody kind of got drunk and got stupid with me, and I just knocked them out, and I got caught by the cops. Saw me. But those days, no more photos, no more nothing. My boss was a big honcho. He used his connection and never came out. But stuff like that, I would have lost. I cried so hard that night because I tell myself, man, I fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot swear.
Oh, you can swear. Actually, I swear a lot. I try not for swear.
I screwed up so bad. And I was so scared because if the media never got that story because my boss kind of locked it in.
Wow.
But if I got caught, I wouldn't be sitting here being a Konishiki. Yeah, it's all no, because I would have been kicked out bad, man. That day I was like, my heart was pumping so hard. I still remember that. I was in freaking the police station in Roppongi till like 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock, man.
That's
Wow.
crazy. So they just swept it under, like, oh,
I didn't. And when practice started at 5 in the morning, so I got right to practice and went to practice, practicing my ass off to make good to the boss and stuff and shit. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, then I left there. I never got in trouble, man. I see trouble. I had things get. I had my body cut up by some yakuza with glasses that they cracking it away from it.
what?
Just
Oh,
thinking about it. And there's a lot of shit that I went through that I just walked through it, I'm glad I did. I'm here today because of that, and I've learned so much because that's what I know. I carry something bigger than me, which is the culture that that's given me my ability to do the things I've done in my sumo career.
Yeah,
so the weight on your
go ahead, Jamie.
Oh no, I was gonna say the weight on your shoulders for the sport was immense then, especially for somebody coming from a different culture. That's incredible. I mean, that definitely shapes a person also too. I mean, I can imagine the trials and tribulations you have to go to adapt to this mentality.
Well, it's similar to our culture in Hawaii, brother. You know that Polynesian culture, respect is basically the foundation of how we grew up. Even Hawaii is the only place that you can go McDonald's, and when grandma and grandpa that you don't know, but they know your parents, are going, yo, hey, sit down, shut up, and they can do that. It's a culture that we have, which is kind of similar to what Sumo is all about. And they always told you got to respect your environment, And my dad told me when I left, my parents was against me being in Japan, being a sumo, so they didn't know the hell what I was getting myself into. Because number one, I didn't know myself. I didn't know how to explain how the hell I was what I'm going to be doing in Japan anyway.
Yeah.
But the only thing that the best advice my dad gave me that sticks with me today, and I tell any foreigner that comes to Japan who complains about this and that, bro, Japan is Japan. Try to be as Japanese as you can.
Yeah, that's good
There's
advice.
nothing you can do about it. If you come here and you try to change things, bro, it's like swimming against the current down Miley Beach, bro. You don't get drowned.
Yeah, that happens to a lot of people, and then they leave.
Talking about it, because I'm not the only one that joined sumo from Hawaii. A lot of our boys came, and then some of us was lucky enough to ride in Fiamalu, Sashimaru, and Akebono made it because there's a few other boys, but a lot of boys is just they couldn't get in their head to say that, bro. When you come to Japan, you gotta squat and shit. You can't sit on the floor and shit. People actually, once you gain the respect, you find it very easy to kind of live the life, and you finally find a set of people, a group of people that actually be your supporters, family and friends. I know you guys married into Japanese families, or you guys live here. You feel that bond after people has accepted you as one.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I feel way comfortable in Japan than in Hawaii right now. The spirit, the Aloha Spirit that we talk about, I think I see it here more. Well, Japan, what you think is pandemic is not as crazy as everybody else. They have respect for each other. It's not like they don't want to do it. They just don't want to mess up somebody else's life. That's kind of what we were taught. I guess my family was very, very strict about us not making trouble to other families or other friends or in public.
Yeah.
Always respect other people's spaces. So I think that's the biggest difference of being in Japan. I've been here almost 39 years now, so it's been a while, and it's been my home for 39 years, and I've learned there's a lot of things I know about Japan that a lot of Japanese people don't know about because they don't travel as much as I do, and I travel a lot because of work.
Yeah,
and there's so much tradition, so much culture whereas you go away from Tokyo, and they are actually gradually waving or pushing themselves away from their basic culture. And what we in Hawaii or in my Samoan culture is very important. The household was so important,
yeah.
So sumo kind of relates to that. Sumo is kind of like that because of the whole family thing. You have your boss, then you have the boss's wife, which is your kami-san, which is your mommy, and then whoever joins before you is like your brothers. You have to kind of
take orders from them and learn from them as you try to beat them up in practice, to try to beat them by ranking. Because everything is sumo. At the end of the day, ranking is everything.
Yeah. I wanted to bring that up too about Hawaii. Recently, Hawaii has been getting pretty nuts with all the news and break-ins, and there's so many stuff being stolen. Even your house got robbed too, right? Recently.
3 times, bro. 3 times.
3 times?
What?
Damn.
Really?
Just this year alone, this how you can do this, man? I was in my house when they stole me and my wife's bags, and they stole all our passports and took everything we had. When my dad just passed away.
Yeah.
In fact,
I remember you.
In fact, the day my dad passed away, I think the following day, where I just was at home sitting around and, looking at my dad's photos and stuff, and then because my house in Hawaii is like huge, right? So
yeah,
the back room where me and my wife was sleeping, we usually sleep upstairs, but we didn't go up to our room until since my dad was in the hospital, and we stayed down. And when that one day I was just sitting with my friends, and we didn't know somebody was actually sneaking into the house and fucking stealing everything.
That is
really?
crazy.
Well, you guys are home.
Well, we were home. And I don't
that's
think they
nuts,
jumped
man.
the fence. They jumped the fence, yeah, probably. But
Yeah,
the stuff is, but it's very true, Chad. It's so true, bro. Hawaii is getting terrible, man.
Yeah.
And part of it, the thing is poverty. Poverty. There's people that just don't have jobs, man. And all these young guys with energy, bro, they don't give a damn. They don't even give a shit about that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Different
awesome.
upbringing.
Yeah, so it
I agree.
changes every time we go back. I feel it changing a little bit. It's
It's
so
changed
strange.
a lot.
Yeah.
I've been going back 39 years, and that's why I said the Aloha Spirit kind of thing. If you look at Japan, the first thing you go, they give you a shibori, they welcome you wherever you go. It can be a hole in a wall, it don't matter. The service that they have here for people, anywhere you go, you feel so welcome every time you walk into anybody's shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is what Hawaii used to be, Unless
That's
you
a
gotta
good point.
You gotta go Uncle Auntie kind places down our side or west side or east. You cannot find that in downtown, because it's so different now. Like it's like I used to when I used to go home on the planes, I used to get pissed off at those bus drivers that drive us from the gate to the custom.
The wiki.
Yeah.
The wiki.
Yeah.
Those freaking guys. The flights get there in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So you have older people, you have ladies carrying their babies, and then half of them don't speak English, and they get people working outside. They're going, move to the back. They're yelling at them. I tell every time I see somebody, bruh, fucker, you're getting paid because these people are coming in. Be nice, bruh. Talk nice. They got off a plane for fucking 6.5 hours. They have a baby that was crying, and they're trying to make this baby, and they're carrying the baby as they're carrying their bags, and you guys yelling at these people early in the morning. Bruh, you're just lucky Japanese people are kind. They don't say nothing. They just move. Well, I'm telling you this because I'm talking for them. So I used to freaking tell them right in the face, bruh, relax, bruh. Talk nice. Freaking people just got off the freaking plane,
Yeah.
I hate that. And that's the kind of stuff I didn't see when I first joined, They were welcome with a smile. Everybody naturally was like, hey, what's up, bro? Welcome back home, kind,
Yeah.
We still have it, but there's some places that, your first impression of Hawaii is the airport. And they gotta change that shit, man, because it's sad. I hate that because people tell me, especially when they drop me, oh, ちょっといたらもうすっごい冷たい人が、はい、乗れって言って。And then the thing is packed, and they're telling them to get in. They're trying to force people like the trains over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the shuttle buses too in Waikiki and stuff. It's kind of like that. The JTB buses and all those ones where you got to show the JCB card or whatever.
Yeah. Well, they gotta understand, but we never have our Japanese people coming. Even those JTB bus and Kintetsu bus and HIS buses. Yeah. Our government don't spend one penny making those things. It's Japanese money.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I never thought about that.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
That's Japanese money paying paying local employees to work for money that's coming from the Japanese, not from our government, you know, and then they don't give them enough freaking credit for what they've been doing in our state. And then you talk about hospitality. That's why, you know, a lot of Japanese want to go to Taiwan and Korea because they have beautiful discounts. You know, I know guys that go over there every week because they feel so good. They feel welcome. And they're just ripping off of Japanese people, you know. I hate that. Where's the discount? These guys are so loyal to our state. No matter how bad it is, they all come. I guarantee you, once they open up the gates to come to Hawaii, that place is going to be packed. Japanese can't even wait to get out of Japan.
100%.
And they got so much love for the culture too.
Hey, they love. Hey, so stupid. Look at you guys live here. You guys know they never have Corona every freaking week. Every freaking week, almost every day, weekends. Even when it's freaking snowing in Sapporo, they have Hawaii events.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's how much they love the culture. And that's like a Hawaii spoiled. To me, Hawaii spoiled. They don't need that. They don't have to really spend money to promote Hawaii because Hawaii, naturally, people from Japan would go. And they're creating events that not even Hawaii is sponsoring.
I know.
Yeah.
I have an event. I actually organize an event. And right now we have to actually put people on waiting lists because so many people want to dance. They just want to showcase their halaus. It's awesome.
And that's the thing. I've been talking to some, you know, HTJ, and then HTA, the Hawaii Travel Association. I tell them that there's nothing that you guys sponsor. You guys only put your guys hanko on a piece of paper that says you guys. But if you guys can sponsor, you know how much that would help us here who want to try to. I created an event myself. I have no help from them. Period. I just do everything on my own. I don't care, and try to push it. But you imagine, I always tell them, all you guys have to do. I know our airlines can be a sponsor, like somebody like Chad or Jamie. You guys decide to do the event. If our state can help us, even paying our artists, give them what they're worth. You know.
Yeah.
But they deserve to get paid because that's their profession. It's their livelihood.
Yep.
And that's something so important. Every time I bring an artist, I make sure he get paid what he usually get paid. I don't even ask for this kind of because I'm an artist myself. I understand that. You shouldn't be pulling from the artist. You got to find other ways to pull out to make money and if they can just support us just by helping, even pay like 50 or 70% of the cost of our artists, you know?
Yeah.
You know, because you want them to get paid.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. And then if they come here, the Japanese automatic, even with no artists, they come. They want to go dance anywhere.
Yeah.
I was just lucky enough. I did an event here in Shinjuku. I was asked to do something. And they asked me, can you produce 2 hours of show for the 6 days? I told them, that's easy. Everybody wants to dance.
Yeah.
And they're like freaking out because they told me today, and like 2 days later, the whole 6 days of 2 hours was already jam-packed. It was filled already.
Yeah.
And I told them, bro, people, you guys don't understand. They don't know the Polynesian, Hawaiian, Tahitian world because I thought, bro, they have events every freaking week all over Japan.
Yep.
If you guys like performance, that's easy. You guys lucky that there's nothing going on because I don't think would have got those friends of mine who brought the Tahitian halaus and the halaus to perform for the event because everybody usually busy anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe not so serious one. Let's see. Where's your go-to place to eat when you go back to Hawaii, and then when you come back to when you come to Hokkaido, and then what's the first thing you eat when you come back to Japan?
When I go to Hawaii, it's funny. It's almost a similar. I go to our local Tamura's.
Oh, Tamura's.
Tamura supermarket in Hawaii, and I just buy poke and I eat them with poi.
Oh, nice. It's just straight there.
And then, that's actually it's mostly what I eat when I go home anyway. You know, I'm not a really meat eater anymore. That's why I eat a lot of fish. Ah. And then when I come back, it's the same thing. I either eat a sushi or I go straight to 7-Eleven, buy one onigiri. Cool. Yeah, real
Wow.
simple kind.
Simple. So
Yeah,
Hokkaido
it's
too
funny.
is sushi.
Bro, Hokkaido is crazy. All I eat is raw fish, bro.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
best, man. It's the best. Hokkaido
raw
sushi,
fish.
oh, unreal.
You
Bro, can I
recommend it
help
any
you?
place?
There's too much good places. In fact, all
Too
my
much?
friends they have they run fish market. So it's one phone call. I cook my own rice, bro. They got the best stuff before I even get to the sushi. You know, I was just in
Oh,
before I came up. I don't know if you guys noticed me. I was in Hokkaido during the
yeah.
summer. I came up from Aomori, so I was in Hirakawa. Then I went to Oma, where Oma Maguro is famous for the Maguro.
Mm.
So I went there. I ate like homebang, like homegrown Maguro there. I was in paradise, bro. Then I went up to Hakodate.
Oh, love that
Same
place.
thing. I went caught the ferry from Oma to Hakodate, and then I went over there and ate some more sashimi. And then I went to Otaru. Same thing, bro.
More
I just
sashimi.
eat. And then I went. If you go back and look at my Instagram, there's a video I did of me eating uni.
Hmm.
Like
Oh,
this
I love
family
uni.
they produce some of the best uni in all of Japan. And just happened they had a good bunch. And one of my friends are good friends of the farmers, the fishery that brought it. Oh, bro, that's something that's gonna stick in my history book in my head because not too many meals that I went through that really stick to my brain. To be honest with you guys, even doing sumo, like sumo, I don't even remember what I ate because my focus wasn't about food. I just ate to eat, but like in my head, I cannot remember. I only remember one of the best meals I remember. It was after my career, you know. And yeah, I cannot bullshit you guys, but I had really great meals. You know, being served some of the best foods in Japan and restaurant. You know, but still, nothing really stayed in my head until I retired. And then this
Wow.
uni thing I just had like a few weeks ago in Sapporo. Yeah.
Nice.
魚大好き。
Hakaku?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
I eat 焼き魚も大好きだよ。
yeah, nice. Sup-Sapporo Dosanko life. Alright, let's go!
So my wife, who's a huge Konishiki fan, she loves you. She's loved you forever.
Thank you.
She's got a question for you.
Good. Bring it on.
So, yeah, I'm really, big fan of you from, childhood. I was watching sumo all the time. And, I think, you wore a black, Mawashi was sometimes purple. So what is your favorite color or, any good luck color for you?
For me right now, orange, yellow is like my favorite colors because it reminds me of my home on the west side, the sunset. But during my sumo career, those actually Mawashi was actually given to us. The only color I really picked was the black Mawashi. When I retired during my end, I was wearing black. But I think I started off with blue. You're right. It wasn't purple. It was light blue and dark blue. I only changed the color of my Mawashi 3 times.
Oh.
But I ended up retiring with black, but my favorite color is probably orange and yellow. And I like bright colors. Look at my hair.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Nice.
My hair is more challenging than Chad's hair.
I tap.
Yeah, I color my hair every 2 months. I go out and I have a lot of friends in the saloon business, so they all know that I'm coming around in 2-3 months. So I try to pick wherever I go in Japan, and I just call them up just to kill time. Yeah, but that's my favorite color right now.
The Mawashi. Speaking of Mawashi, what did your family think the first time they saw you using them?
Wow,
Your family and friends.
My family and friends are the funniest. We didn't have internet, so write letters to my mom, and then my friends who are in college while I was just joining because I right out of high school, and I used to send photos of me in Mawashi, and they used to send me back letters and say, "Brah, you look good in your G-string." They always tease me, "Brah, They tell me your fat ass is hanging out of your G-string. Brother, I thought, shut up. It's not easy walking around with my ass hanging out in Japan, but that's normal in Japan.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the funny thing about Mawashi, I first came to Japan and I was in Nagoya. I debuted in Nagoya in 1982 in June. And that's the first time I put a Mawashi on. So I put on the Mawashi and then I was like so shy because I was like, wow, I cannot believe people can walk around with their, okole outside, can be seen. But because I had no knowledge or history of what sumo was all about. I didn't really know or kind of see it the way I saw it when I went and joined sumo. Hey, say, my dogs are making noise. So it's funny because I didn't know, yeah. So when I joined, and then I saw my senpai touches to go shopping with their Mawashi. They went across the street to a sushi bar. We had a sushi bar, and they used to go there to use the ping pong those days, Juan Damaji. And they used to go with the Mawashi. I go, how the hell can you walk into a restaurant with the Mawashi? Everybody can see your ass, But I had to get used to that really fast. It was hard. I think that's one of the hardest things for me. I wasn't used to walking in front of people naked,
Yeah.
But after a while, you get so used to the thing. It's just a great support to your back because of sumo. And you get so used to it, afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I have a question for you. So sumo is considered budo, like martial art. Yeah. So what budo meanings or aspects are important to you?
Well, I think that the respect that we learn from and the learning, the traditions of the lifestyle, how we carry out respect to senpai kohai, which is very hard to handle. We have a senpai who is an a-hole, and you have to respect no matter what. But that's where the budo comes from, is the respect. All the little things. It's not really what you do in the dojo or you do in a sumo ring. Actually, what you can do outside of that is the respect they're looking at.
Yeah.
So people have the wrong concept of, in our sports, in the Western sport, you only be graded of, majority of the time you're graded on how good you can shoot a basketball or throw a football or whatever. Yeah. But here we're graded with your behavior in public and how you carry the name and how you walk around with the chumange on your head that represents sumo. So budo is the same thing. When you go to budo, if you look at all the mixed martial arts, people that come from karate backgrounds to judo backgrounds, they're very calm. They're not like coming out and trying to kill you. So there's a big difference. In all the sports they're doing, even in American sport, it's actually real calm. You don't see anybody really going crazy fighting on baseball fields as much as our games out there, because it's the budo teaching of the respect. Gaman, to fight it, Giri ninja means, giri is when you can do something for your senpais, meaning if you go out there and punch somebody in the face, you just disrespected your senpais who's fighting the same pain that don't want to fight back. So we go back to what I said earlier about the respect they have with the COVID-19 here in Japan. People don't want to do it, but they don't want to disrespect other people's environments or people's spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect for others.
And that's why it's so easy to control. Yeah, and that's the budo teaching. And that's the best thing I get out of it, is just the respect that we learn and we teach us in our sumo. I think that helped me a lot. Even being after retired, because it has made me very calm. It makes you very firm, and it teaches you patience.
Yeah.
So the next, I'm just gonna list two things, and can you just say which comes to your mind first, or which do you like more?
Okay.
This or that.
One of those, yeah. Okay.
So, miso ramen or shoyu ramen? Okay.
Did you hear me? Okay.
I heard you say miso. You said miso, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gyudon or butadon?
Yeah, it is miso.
Miso. Gyudon, butadon. Winter or summer?
Winter.
Beach or onsen?
Onsen.
Football or baseball?
Football.
Sneakers or slippers?
Slippers.
Grilled fish or raw fish?
Raw fish.
All rice or mac salad?
Rice.
Palusami or kalemoa?
Palasami.
Uso or sole?
So
All right, thank you.
so it comes
Awesome.
easy because it's like a Japanese word too, right? So
Uh,
I don't know.
all right, you got the next one, Jamie.
Let's see here. What is your motto? What is something you say that kind of represents you or makes or kind of pushes you? Your motto, personal motto.
Right now, my personal motto is precious time with precious people.
That's a good one.
Well, it means to me like this right now, even though we don't know each other personally, but being in contact through the internet, and then finding a way to connect. To me, my time is so precious that I only want to kind of deliver my time or spend my time with precious people. Even my friends was telling me, "Oh, bro, you must have so much hard time hanging out with all your friends because you have so much." I told, no, I handpick my friends now because I want to spend all the time I have with all the friends I really know it's friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I cannot satisfy the world. That's one thing, yeah. But it's very important for me to take advantage of the time I have left on this earth to be happy with myself, with everything I do. And I should be happy in all the settings I put myself in. Like something like this, I love to do, even though we've never met too much as much as we should.
Yeah.
But I feel comfortable talking to local brothers who, and just trying to do all they can to live away from home because it's not easy. I know that. And especially me being away for 39 years, I've learned to love this country as much as giving up my citizenship and being Japanese. It doesn't mean that Hawaii is bad. It's just that as I grow older, you have to make decisions with the time being, and the environment around you changes too. I don't know, you guys, maybe in 5-10 years, your mind might change like how I did. It's just, I'm older now. I'm 57 at the end of the year, so I have to make decisions because what I am right now, what I should be in about 10 years. So I didn't think that way when I was 30. I didn't care. It was like, all go gusto, bro,
Yep.
Yeah.
As you get older, you have to make decisions. You both have families, you both have kids, and you have to find ways to kind of go about how the world changes. We cannot. The world don't change to us. We kind of have to find a way to blend into whatever it's given. So that's why it's so important right now for me. It's been my thing for maybe when I got into my mid-40s, I just almost now I have to just be more focused on the time I have and the time I can give to people that I think I should spend time with. Every little time that I spend is so precious right now, and that's why it's precious moments with precious people.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, thanks
That
for
makes
spending
a lot of
time with
sense.
us, man.
Yeah.
I
Thank
feel
you
so much.
so much more.
You guys much younger than me, and there's a lot of things there's a lot of walls that you might be hitting throughout your lifestyle. I think I hit so much walls that I'm finally, I told everybody, maybe in the 5 years now, I'm in a perfect place where I want to be. It's not the perfect, but it's perfect where I want to be because this is where I'm comfortable. The way I changed, the way I did my with my company, with my work and everything. I'm very comfortable because my wife is comfortable.
Yeah.
And if we both not comfortable in those settings, then ain't gonna work for me because that's the why I sized down my company to what it is today because I wanted to have more time to us and to our work, us do whatever we can do within our reach, We're not using a bunch of, I had like 14, 15 people work for me before. So I just wanted to, and it's changed. It took time, but I started to change 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago. So finally in the past maybe 4 years maybe, going on to fit, I finally kind of fit what we were wanting to kind of work towards, yeah.
Yeah. You make great points right there because I just turned 46 here recently and like my views on a lot of things have changed a lot. So I kind of feel like my life is completely on a different path right now. So I know how I kind of grasping what you're talking about now.
Oh, with age, everybody, you got to think you're not 26, you're not 36 too, right?
Yeah.
So you're not really thinking. You can always learn from what you left behind the past, 40 something years already. But what do you do moving forward is what we got to worry about,
Yeah.
Everything from personal life to business to the environment that you can put yourself in, all the little details that now. I told people I did a lot of things, and all I did now until what do you focus on? I just focus on what I think I'm good at and I'm comfortable in, and that's my job right now. Is I don't do a whole lot of things anymore because I know then was good, but now not as physically and mentally it's not good for me because it takes away all my time.
Yeah.
So I guess you both are different ages, but as like I said, as you grow, as you get older, you find out that you gotta kind of change with time, you have a growing family, which you gotta change too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
I
this
guess
alone, sumo too.
So
Go ahead.
Are you still playing music? Are you still doing that? Is that one of the things you do?
I always have my ukulele. I always have
Nice.
majority of my work. Actually, I do about 150 to 200 shows a year. Little music shows.
Oh, wow.
I do a lot of corporate stuff.
Okay.
I see.
The good stuff. And then I do a lot of koenkai, yeah. And so sometimes it's koenkai and play because they all know I play music.
Yeah.
So this year we finally gonna do one next week. I think you guys heard about doing my barbecue sauce. You probably seen it on the Instagram.
Yes.
I want to get that
sauce. I've been pushing. That's all I've been doing. I've been running all over Japan, and that's why I went to Hokkaido because I called my friends. Let's do a barbecue. I'm coming, and they tell, yeah, whenever you guys do a barbecue with your company, because they always do barbecues, right? So I told, let me come and do a barbecue. You guys just buy all the food and everything, and then I'll come and marinate all the food and cook mac salad and make Hawaii food yakisoba and stuff, and then I'll just come and make it. And don't worry about me paying. I'll pay my own way there. And if you get me in a hotel, it's good. If you no can, I get my own hotel. I don't care. I just want you guys to actually taste the sauce that I made because it's already made, and I had to get it moving because it was going to be sitting a whole year.
Yeah.
So that's why I haven't played any music too much. But I got lucky. I got talked to Grand Hyatt in Roppongi and got them to buy into the idea that they have a Hawaiian month going on summer. So I'm doing a show with them, and the deal is they push my sauce. They use my sauce to make the menu that day. So we have a show on the 24th. In fact, I'm leaving this week to do a barbecue in Osaka. This Sunday I'm going to Osaka. So.
Is it available in Hokkaido? I want to sample some of that.
Yeah, me too.
No, you actually can buy it through internet. It's on konishiki.base.shop.
Okay.
I'll send you guys the link after. It's on there somewhere. But
right.
we've been doing well because all my friends they bring all their business partners to cookouts, and I send all the product there. So when they know I'm coming there just to do it, right? So through Japanese kind of respect, everybody buys, man.
Yeah.
So me and my wife been hustling, man. We just been traveling. That's why if you notice, you follow me on Instagram or Facebook. My friends say, bro, you okay or what? You gonna get corona? Bro, I'm trying to be as careful as I can. I have my mask on to make sure, I'm not into public too much. The barbecue cookouts, I'm always on the fire.
Yeah.
And it's not my party. It's a friend's cookout, and I'm just helping out, So
yeah.
Everybody's worried that, well, bro, I think I would have got sick if I just stayed a little bit more. Because when I came back from Hawaii early March, I stayed in my house. I never lived in my front door. 3 months, bro.
Yeah.
From March 9th to June 24th was the first day I left since stepping into my apartment. I even never opened my door once. My wife went to shop and then stuff. I never left my place over 3 months.
Whoa.
And it was hard to leave anyway because nobody and that's where that comes in where you got to respect other people too. All our friends is like, bruh, I like, and I haven't seen sumo. I used to I go coach a lot with Musashi Maru, but I haven't seen that guy for like, oh fuck, this is the first time I ever see him for 7 months.
Whoa.
And driving me crazy because I usually go down. I always try to go work with the boys in the morning and help him with his coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, never gone. And they're more strict too because the sumo wrestlers, they never left their home since February.
Wow.
The season continuing.
And yeah, but they're only allowed to do the season and practice within their home, their stables, but they never leave since freaking February, bro.
Oh,
bro, I feel so sorry for them because I know how hard it is. You're dealing with kids who are 15 to ages 24, bro. They're not even allowed to eat junk food, nothing. They're not even allowed to even go out.
Sup-Sapporo Dosanko life. Alright, let's go!
It's a recording.
oh, jamming, bro.
So I always have a ukulele next to me just to kill time, especially this Corona time. No live shows, but yep. Go ahead. You guys have any questions for me?
Question.
Question?
One
なんか聞き
question.
たいことある？
なんだ
何でもいいやで。
Okay, microphone.
はい、そうです。
いつ札幌来るの？
今ね、多分ね、10月あたりに行くことかもしれない。
多分10月ごと。
ね、札幌、僕、北海道大好きだから、行きたいね。
なんて言ったっけ？
多分コリちゃんと、コリちゃんいつも世話になってる、友達、多分同じ友達だと思う。でしょ？
Okay.
Okay.
Is it good? All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's good.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Be smart now.
He said be smart.
Study.
Study.
Study
Study
hard.
hard.
All right. Well, this is great, man. Thank you so much, Konishiki, for hanging out. And man, it's wonderful to meet you. You're a hero of all of us in Hawaii too. And
Yeah,
bro,
you know,
you're an awesome guy, man. Thank you so much.
just love life, man. Just loving life, and at a certain age, that gotta mellow down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, enjoy every step of what's left of it. You know,
Yeah.
I just look at it. You know, Japan has been a great place for me, and
me
now
too.
that I'm more stable than here in Japan, and as I grew older, and I came here when I was 18, so. And I've learned a lot over the years, and I love Japanese culture. I think a lot of people just don't have a lot of they don't know enough about Japan. Even Japan too. A lot of people, the younger generation, are getting away from their traditions. Japan has beautiful traditions.
Yeah.
And they have beautiful, you know, Inaka is some of the best places to go, and you learn so much from it. And you know, it's been a great ride, and it's time to kind of write it out, you know, slowly, but enjoy, like I said, precious time with precious people, meaning your friends, your families, man. You know, if you have an hour and then you have to choose who to pick, you have to choose your family first, right? So if you have an extra hour, then you put your friends in. But you know, priorities has to be in the right places as we grow older, even more. And sometimes it's hard because sometimes we like party with our friends. But if the family agrees to you to go and party, then that's even better. Yeah. It's all good. It's not about me anymore. It's about we and us, you know, kind of situation. So you guys both are probably doing that right now already. So
yeah, I have a lot to learn.
Yeah, me too.
It's the process, brother. It's the process.
Yeah.
As it comes. But the thing is, just just don't give up on a bad day, because bad days are part of the developing the greatest days of your lives, you know?
Yeah, that's one of the best things I ever learned, man. You learn from everything, your bad experiences, everything. Actually, the bad experiences are better if you learn from them.
Exactly. And bad situations sometimes not actually created by you. It's actually created by the environment or by people that surround you. And if you have a great heart, you always try to make things civil and try to be the peacemaker, which puts you in the pressure where you kind of forget about you and put everybody first. Sometimes you got to be stubborn, and you cannot do that all the time. You know, you have to protect you first and keep your heart in a good place to be ready to challenge the negativity that we have in the world today, or the negativity you probably going to bump into in the street when you walk to. You always have to be ready. You have to be calm. You have to be firm all the time. Know when to step on the brake and know when not to step on the brake, you know? And most of the time now, we're living in a world where if you don't step on the brake, you put yourself in more trouble than you started with anyway. It's a different world now. We live in a very different world. I feel sorry for our kids. I feel sorry for our kids. I just think about shit. I look at my nieces and nephew. They're beginning their families. And from the way we were brought up into the world today, much different. And it's going to grow different. So it's so important for every family, father and mother, to focus on their kids, man. You got to be part of the decision making every way. Even if they like it or not, you have to, man. It's the hardest part right now. Parenting is so much information out there that they think the information is more important than what dad and mom say. You gotta keep the household strong, man. Gotta let them know who's the boss. Until they're at age, you know.
Good point.
All right.
So that's my life now, and my life should be like that for a while. And hopefully we can bump into each other in Sapporo. You guys both in Sapporo, right?
Yeah, both in Sapporo.
All I know is next time you have a barbecue, I'm there, bro.
I don't like barbecue. I just cook. I don't eat
it. Just cook. We'll bring some sashimi.
Okay, we'll eat it, bro. I'll eat all of it, bro.
Right, it's funny because I go there and everybody's like having so much fun with all the food, and I go, eat it because I like eat the sashimi. Don't eat the sashimi, I eat it. Cool,
don't worry, bro. I'm gonna eat all of it. No worry.
Yeah, damn thing is good too, bro. Especially when the ingredients even better, man. It's like crazy. All I've been doing is cooking. So this week is kind of my off week, getting some massages, getting some hottie poking to my body so I can kind of release all the tense in my body right now. So gotta get ready for the battle again.
Well, I'm thinking in the future we're gonna do a review of your barbecue sauce. Maybe we'll eat it live and we'll give a nice review for it on the cast too.
Yeah, try to see. I don't have it on me right now because I'm in my apartment, my house right now, my place. So, but it's on go to the base, konishiki.base.shop.
Yeah, we'll find the link.
Yeah. It's those sites, those base sites that we found out that we could sell stuff. But we only sell things in Japan. We try to find out how to sell things abroad. People have been trying to get my brand, my Sumo brand. My Sumo brand that I created through Corona, my Sumo brand right here.
Oh, nice.
It's new era. It's new era. It's a Sumo logo that I created 3 years ago. And then I finally got it to a point where I wanted it, because if you look at the S, it's the oicho, meaning the hairdo. The top wrestlers have the oicho, the chomange.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Or the S. And you can see the ring in the middle, and then the U and the M. And then the lines you see in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
And he talks a story about, I tell only people, and white is the color of katsu, or wind. Shiroboshi, they call it. So everything I make in this brand is all white. It's only white and black. And the black is the print. And then I got Nikshi, which is Nikshi Sumo on the side. And then I got New Era. Then I got my KP brand. Well, this hat already sold out. I made 144. It's already sold out. My new design's coming out probably in a month or so.
Oh, bro.
But this
From
is
your
all
website?
on the base. Even a shirt.
Right.
Yeah, it's all on this. Even this one I'm wearing right now. It's never come out yet, but it's my logo. It's got a power, and then and then you have my logo, my KP logo. We got logos on here, the Likshi logo here, and so It's just coming out. It's never come out yet, but it's already on sale. If you go now and sell it, you're gonna get it cheaper for
All right.
1,500 cheaper than what it's gonna be selling. So check it out. Yeah, you guys can help post it and push it and let people know about it. I only
we
can sell
will.
them here. That's the problem. People have been asking me, and so I have things packed up. When I go to Hawaii, I'm gonna take it with me. People already paid for it through PayPal. I told them I cannot send them. Send so much money. It's so much money just to send it. It's not worth it. It's more expensive than a hat.
Yeah, my parents just sent me a care package. It was 150 for the shipping.
Oh,
Bro, it's not worth it. You know, I thought, bro, you can use 150 and go eat some poke, bro.
Yeah,
good poke. Good
That's
poke.
poke. That's poke for a couple of days, 3-4 days right there.
I want some aloha shoyu to make some poke here.
Yeah, I hear you, man. But that's that's what's going on right now. This is keeping me busy. Is this my barbecue sauce and stuff, and just getting out there, hanging out with my friends, letting them know about the sauce and stuff like that. In fact, doing stuff like this. My friends that call me up and, hey, bro, can you do this? Or just let me know the dates and then we can hook it up. And so I'm doing one in Osaka with another friend who has the restaurant that's been closed since Corona. So let's just do a live show from there. And then I'll bring my sauce and I'll make some recipes of reviewing your kitchen. So you have a kitchen anyway. So I'm doing that next week and stuff. So be fun.
Yeah, check that out too.
Oh yeah, we check out all your stuff, bro.
Yeah, so you guys took it easy. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for making time for us.
Yeah,
we kind of keep that.
It was wonderful to meet you. I mean, you are a hero to all of us, and thank you so much for your time. We would love to talk to you again sometime soon.
Of course, man.
Hopefully
we Aloha Spirit going, bro.
Oh yeah, always, man.
Try to keep these two cultures combined. Maybe someday we can collaborate on doing something that actually they call it bridging Hawaii and Japan. And Japan people, I just think that we don't do enough for the Japanese people that actually precious Hawaii's culture so much. And it kind of pisses me off when I see things. I see that it's government level, so it's really hard to do. But if you can find friends and corporates who be understanding what we do here, we can actually help our state by they're helping us do stuff here. Because everything they do here, majority, it's just Japanese people doing stuff. Because they have the support here to do it,
Yeah.
But we can have the support of the state. Even they have a budget. I don't know how they're using their budget for tourism, but they sure don't use it too much in Japan.
Yeah.
They don't have to. Japan just go anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, we're all musicians too. I play bass. Chad plays saxophone, so maybe musical collaboration sometime.
That's good. Okay, you guys play jazz. I sing, bro.
Let's do it.
Man, I'm done. That's all you, Jamie. I'm done. I don't play anymore.
My first instrument was tenor sax anyway. I used to play tenor sax.
Oh, nice.
And I played trombone, so I played in the jazz band. I was part of the band that represented Hawaii in Reno, Nevada for a jazz festival. We went up there to represent Hawaii, and I wasn't a saxophone, but I was a trombone player then.
Wow.
So I play kind of any kind of instruments too, I still remember how to play. Not as good anymore, but I still remember.
You still can jam
crazy.
if you need.
I cannot play a sax already. I'm done. I'd be better off at ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele is cool, man. Ukulele is so easy to carry around, Yeah. Everybody loves ukulele, The Japanese people are more familiar with it too, so it's a good way to start a party.
It is. And end it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you guys, thank you for your time. I hope you guys have a good one.
You too, man.
Thank you.
You guys
got so much.
You guys got your big brother down here in Tokyo just supporting whatever you guys do. The best of luck. Never give up on your dreams.
Yeah.
Always every time you take 3 steps back, make sure you make 5 steps forward,
Yeah.
Negativity is part of a starting of positivity. So you guys all have a great time. Stay safe, stay happy, and take care of your families, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Bro. Mahalo.
You too. Take care, man.
Aloha,
right.
mahalo, and ahui ho, guys. Love you guys.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All
Mahalo.
right. Thanks.